Um, okay, so what is the top mover? Okay, looks like we have a top mover of 105% POL. Secondary mover PRZO, and then AUVI right behind that with 20%. POL has 14 million shares traded right now. PRZO 10 million, and AUVI with almost 4 million. So let me look back over what I saw yesterday. I saw A firm absolutely ripping. It's a little bit higher float. Saw them going up. I was like, man, that thing's up. But I was just kind of looking at the things that was up like 10, 20%. And A firm was one of them. It was going straight up in the air. Um, let's just look through here. This is A firm's move from yesterday, moving from 43 all the way up to 50. Of course, that's probably not going to be something that is exciting today, only up 1%, but it may continue a slow grind. Next one is PBLA. This one had a nice move on from 49 cents up here to $1.65, and then from $1.65 up to almost $2. Was not able to get there, down 17% on the day. Osta was another one from yesterday. Very, very choppy stock. I When I was looking at the markets yesterday, I was thinking that it would be indecisive because the market was reaching some sort of a double top, and we'll go and check out the SPY in just a little bit. But OSA just a very choppy from 75 cents up here to $1.24, just throwing wicks and being very sporadic in this one little range from the 121 down to about the 88 cents. So just one of those that I was just watching just to learn and see how the stock reacts. Next one was CGen. CGen had some choppy action as well, straight across. And like I said, I thought that the market was indecisive based on the SPY. So I didn't really try to be super aggressive in an indecisive market, right? AUVI moved from $1.50 all the way up here to $2.82 in the aftermarket. Um, and now coming on back down, only up 17%. We'll probably keep those three on the board: POL, PRZO, and AUVI. Let's look at the SPY real quick. So the SPY hit this top, and if we look up here, let's go over here to the bigger time frames. Okay, so Mr. SPY is coming to this double top area. Now, of course, the NASDAQ NQ broke out of this level. And the way that I look at all breakouts is they have a very high percentage chance to come back down before they continue higher. So that's kind of what the sentiment was when I saw the NQ breaking out of this level. I was like, how aggressive are buyers going to be before this thing tests and solidifies that it can stay above maybe 1600s or 16,000s, right? Um, and so that was kind of my thesis on that. It is a slower mover, but it did make a big rip out of here from 16,700, almost 16,800s up here to 17. And 17 is showing just a little bit of resistance. If we look back on the weekly chart and then the daily chart, you can see that it is trying to hold up these levels, but this would be the retest point right here at the 16,700s. Now I have a line drawn here. That doesn't mean that I'm thinking it's just that price level. It might be this zone, right? Come back and test this zone and then continue higher, but it is looking a little bit red on today. Had a nice little increase, and then a drop, and probably gonna need some consolidation. So let's jump over to make sure I am. Yes, I am streaming. So yeah, keeping this all in perspective, let's go to POL. POL with a nice move from the 112s. Let's see what kind of news this thing's popping up. So shares of Polish.com spike higher. Pre-market another biopharmaceutical. Looking like, let me go and check what Polish Ink is before I just claim that it's a biopharmaceutical. Let me look at the higher time frames as well. Polish.com. What are you guys selling? Or is y'all? Oh, specialty retail is Polish. All right, so looking at the higher time frames over here, we can see that it's been getting beat down for a while. Has a huge gap right here from the 16s up to the 25s on the monthly chart. Let's jump into the weekly where we can see that it has touched this level and then fell through. Daily chart, any kind of gaps here. We have just a little gap up here at 11, but it's kind of been filled, but no kind of resurgence up to that level. Any other gaps on the daily? Maybe a little one, 275, 229 area. So it's right under that level that I just put in. Look on the 4 hour, it's coming up to that level, 229, and over here on the hour chart, 229. Let's jump back on the main statistics. The float is looking like 2.07 million. Okay, so very low float. Let's see, insiders holding and institutions kind of low on both sides with the holdings on this one. So I wonder how aggressive the market makers will be on this one, or if they will be absent. Will we see halting come on this one? Let's jump over to Finviz, POL, specialty retail. This one says shares float is 98.19 million. That is a lot higher than 2 million in the float. Okay, let's see if any other ones certify that 98, is it 98 or 2 million? Whole 98 million over here. So something isn't adding up. And they don't have any kind of shelf registration. Poll over here. Yep. Shares float is looking like it's not accurate on Yahoo, which said that the shares float was 2.07. We have 3 other sources saying it's 98 million in that float. Okay. So definitely a higher float on that. Let's jump over to PRZO. PRZO. Good morning, Danielle. I was just looking at the inconsistencies on POL. We got 3 sources that say that it is 98 million in the float, and then 1 source, which is Yahoo Finance, that says it's 2 million in the float. So I'm gonna take the majority rules approach and just think of it as 98 million in the float, and we'll see how it plays out throughout the day. The next one was PRZO. Profile aerospace and defense. This is in Israel. Okay. What's your float? Float of 1.42 million. Low float on that one as well. RCO. Float says almost 4 million in there, which is pretty much a little bit higher than what Yahoo says, but we'll see what other sites say on PRZO. Float of 4.3. Okay, so multiple sites saying at least around 4 million in the float. We have seen this one before. I think it well, I put Peso. PRZO. No shelf registrations. Okay, did I type that wrong? PRZO, nope. Okay, So yeah, around 4 million in the float on that one. AUVI was another one. Float of, well, float not showing up there. No shelf registration. AUVI. Floats of under a million in the float on AUVI. And AUVI short float. Yeah, under a million on FinViz as well. And AUVI over here. So if we're talking about pure explosiveness, it's gonna be between AUVI, and this one is under a million as well. It's gonna be between AUVI and PRZO. POL has a much higher float than they're letting on. But PRZO and AUVI will be the ones that I would be like, okay, I think those are gonna have the best chance. And let me go and look at the profile on AUVI as well. I forgot to do that. They are profile furnishings, fixtures, and appliances. So the two other stocks, one is a specialty retail, which is PO Polish, which has a much higher float than we expected. PRZO is aerospace and defense based out of Israel. And then AUVI is furnishings and fixtures. So based on current news and what we know what's happening in Israel, PRZO is probably going to take priority, and then AUVI, and then POL in that order. So we'll see what happens. PRZO with 49%, I'm thinking it's going to be the one that catches fire because of the wars in Israel right now. But AUVI, I just don't know how much attention will go to furnishings. Furnishings, fixtures, and appliances. I don't really know, but with relevant news, PRZO is probably going to be more explosive. But we'll see. If we go over here to the charts, let's pop over to the charts on PRZO. PRZO, apparently I've seen it before because I got some kind of marking out here. Only hasn't been trading that long either. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of trading. Has been getting beat down. Where would be a buying? So the low here on PRZO was 56 cents, and it is now sitting at $1.06. So $1.06 is where it's kind of trading around. Okay, let me see if it has shown any kind of, because it's not a whole lot of information here, not a whole lot of lows and highs on the monthly chart. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump over here to the 15-minute and see what it did in pre-market. So it looks like 96 cents was a little bit of a bottom, maybe a zone here down to 94. And it is currently at the top of this range here at 106, holding above this 106 level. So we have a little bit of support on that chart. Let's jump to a little bit higher time frame. If we look at the hour chart here, we can see the previous body of this candle on the hour chart is 101. And the body of this previous candle down here is 97 cents. So right around $1 down there. And you can also see that on the 4 hours. So pretty much a range between 109 and 90 cents there. We'll see how that reacts. Like I said, it's got the Israel news. It's based out of Israel, and is aerospace and whatever it was. So may have some kind of pull because of the war. Let's jump over to AUVI as well. AUVI on the daily chart, we zoom back, we can see has come up here, had a gap up here from 108 up to 459. But the news on today, I don't know if the news is going to be better than PRZO. So as you can see, I'm coming to a conclusion that PRZO is probably going to be the best one on the day. We have to kind of see what it does, but it's a cheaper stock. ATR of 10 cents right now. If we jump over here to the scans, ATR of 10. Good morning. Donnell says I have 2 million. I'm guessing you're talking about one of these, PRZO or AUVI for the float. Or POL. POL had 3 things saying they had 98 million in the float though, so I really don't think that's going to be the number one. But yeah, low ATRs across the board here, and we'll have to see how much outside of the norm of normal volume that these things can get, and the deviations out. AUVI has very low deviations out right now. We'll just have to see, man. 15 million. These are cheaper starts as well, so 15 million isn't like, you know, the greatest thing. But we'll watch all 3 out of the open since we have narrowed down the list of small caps. Moving on today. I see another one that may be meeting my criteria though. LQR. What is LQR? What are you doing? Oh no. No. Look at LQR. LQR, huge pump down. What is the news on this one? Initiates warrants cancellation and commits to postpone public offering for foreseeable future. Was all the way up here at 647 and launched all the way back down here to what looks like some type of pause button right here at the 450s. So this is LQR, only up 12% though. Yeah, I don't know. Looking over here on the daily charts, monthly, I only been trading for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish months. Yeah, 450. Has a gap up here. What's the news on this one again? LQR. Let me see what they do. LQR. Oh, beverages, wineries, and distilleries out of the U.S. LQR House Inc. provides digital marketing and brand development services for alcoholic beverage business in the United States. Its primary business includes the development and limited batch spirit brands and marketing internal and external brands through an exclusive agreement with an e-commerce portal. Okay. So that's marketing. We got some pretty weak catalysts. I'm just going to focus on what's relevant, which is that PRZO for now. That's crazy. Let's look at what the float is on LQR. Float looking like 3.6. So we got some low floats. We just got to figure out which one of these wants to go. My guess is PRZO though. All right, over to FinViz, LQR. Let's continue to research. Float, that float looks really low. 0.05 million. I don't know about that. LQR. Float not even on here. No shelf registration. Nothing on the short float either. Okay. Yahoo's the only one providing real numbers there, so I don't know how real those are if I can't confirm them in other places. But yeah, beverages and wineries and distilleries is their sector. I don't know if I'm buying a dip on that one. But it's up 15%, and AUVI continues to come down as well. Lori Lee says you guess poll. but Pole, they're not really a low float. They got 98 million in the float, and they are Pole is what? Look what they do. Specialty retail. When there's a company out here that is doing aerospace engineering or whatnot, whatever PRZO is doing, we'll see. They got aerospace and defense. So I'm thinking Israel war going on. I just saw reports on CNN, more Israel war type stuff. So I'm like, PRZO may be the one, but we'll see. We'll see who becomes the correct one on today. Maybe Lori will win, going with the highest mover up there at 114%. But I'm pretty confident in PRZO though. Pretty confident. POL. The news on that one is shares. So it did a, and good morning, One Life, but it got a form PX 14A6 whatever was filed, and they got some kind of new shareholder. Urges shareholders concerned about their investment in oh, they got concerned shareholders over here in POL. Uh, uh, about their investment in Polish to collaborate to increase the effectiveness of their actions. So are they facing a lawsuit? Was filed pre-market. Yeah, they may be facing a lawsuit on Pole. But PRZO, yeah, I'm thinking they're facing a lawsuit. Whatever this PX14A6G is was filed. Let me look at PRZO. PRZO news. Para Zero successfully completed its drone safety project with a Fortune 500 leading automotive manufacturer. Para Zero, yeah, it's the same thing. So I don't know what or who the leading 500 manufacturer is, but that's a lot better news than Pole. I didn't even look at the news. I just looked at the chart and I was like, yeah, and looked at the chart and what the data was, but yeah, that's better news than Pole. Looking like they're getting sued. AUVI, let's look at their news. Um, applied. They announced a successful integration of its Puro UV disinfection aeroside food preservation units. Okay, that was back on the 18th, 2 days ago. They have been moving up, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to beat out these other ones with their disinfection. Now I do know that they did come out with another variant of COVID because they come out with a new variant of COVID every week. So maybe they're a little bit relevant, but I don't know. LQR. Let me see. What was their news? We got about 6 minutes to the bell as well. LQR House cancels representative warrants to bolster shareholder confidence, committing to a hiatus on offerings and capital raises. LQR House, okay, that's pretty much saying the same thing. Same thing. So yeah, I'm still gonna go with PRZO, even though it's a cheaper stock. Even though I really don't like the ATR, I don't like the average true range. I think it's gonna get the most attention, but we'll see who's right. Who's right? We got four stocks up here that we pretty much watching: POL, PRZO, AUVI, and LQR. One Life. Did you get a chance to trade A Firm yesterday? A Firm went on a tear from 43 up to 51. I was like, I bet One Life's looking at this. I guarantee you he's looking at this. Let me read some of these chats. Let's see. Yes, sir. Happy holidays to everybody that is in the chat. Coming into a really fast December, heading into 2024. Let's see. Good morning. Okay. Let's see. Lori says poll has no news, just momentum. Poll says 2 million floats on my side. Yeah, but I back checked it with three other sources though. Where did y'all check? I checked on Yahoo, Finviz, Market Watch, and the Short Squeeze. And the Short Squeeze, Market Watch, and Finviz said 98 million on poll. And then Yahoo Finance said 2 million. So I was like, I don't know. Check out, let's see. Also, see 1 and 2 million float. Personally, I think only the low floats with huge moves are the only worth to look at. But I'm conservative with my buy button. Yep, I am too. Unless it says news, not moves. Yep. Like $69 price upgrade. How much time do we have to the open? We have less than 2 minutes. Let me read the rest of these. Let's see, news, $69 price upgrade. Make sure to hit, let's see, just sitting, small cap, land, not so hot right now. Yeah. Okay. So let me make sure that I got this pulled up as well. Personal. And then, what is this? Current watch. Okay, these four is what I'm watching. So I'll be able to shift through them real quick. All right, so let's see who wins. Looking at these daily charts, LQR is probably looking the most devastated. AUB. Make sure I mark these charts up. PRZO, of course, we got the charts marked up on that one. AUBI charts. So pretty much I looked at all these charts. Okay. Poll, man, it's gonna take some souls. Everybody's like, yeah, it's up 112%. Let's go. Let's get it. Yeah, okay. We'll see poll back to 150. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just being a bear. All right, but we'll watch poll out of the open since it has the highest gainer. If we can remember where these things start off, poll is at 225 right now. PRZO is at 110. AUVI at around 220, and LQR is at 450. So those are the starting, and then we'll kind of see how these things shift. Where's my? Oh, okay, I see. Wait, what? Change markets. I'm missing something. All right. Let's see. Why am I missing that? I'm missing my movement. Let's see what these things do out of the open. Do I even really need market cap? Probably not. All right, so there's our open. Watching poll out of the open. Poll coming on up. Plenty of selling pressure that we've seen multiple times up here trying to pass the 225s. Let's see poll crash out. Then on to the next one, which will be PRZO. First couple of minutes of poll. Get crushed. Step on them, shorts. Let's go. If we look at what the struggle is here, we look over here on the hour chart. We can see that the previous bodies of these candles was at the 229. We'll see if it actually holds it down under the 229. This is the beginning. If we look on the monthly chart, it just did a little bit of a breakout here over the top of this from the 217 up here to the almost the 236, 240s. And looking on the daily chart, not that far to go red on the day. So back across the 2021s, we're going to be looking at a red on the day. All right. PRZO just taking this little time. Why are you calling right now? Give me 1 second. I missed it. Oh well, he hung up. All right, back over to what I was looking at. So this is the resistance that POL ran into, and now I'm thinking PRZO is going to get a little bit of attention once this one starts to fail below, let's see, what, 197 down here. People will give up. All right, and let's go over to PRZO and see what it's doing. PRZO had a little bit of a pull down. So the line in the sand that I was thinking was 90 cents on this one, which I just put as a blue line. Don't really want to see it going below that. Being this cheap, people should be willing to buy it above 1. But now we see a little bit of buying here. And like I said, it's got the Israel-Hamas war catalyst. So it's a relevant catalyst, which is why I thought it could be the one on the day. We see it pushing towards these previous highs here. Previous high over 113. Let's see if they go in there and blast it up here. There it goes, right on through there. Okay, we'll see if it can hold that up. But yeah, I was thinking this one was going to be the one anyway based on the relevant catalyst. POL still looking like a dying horse. Let's see, AUVI probably not going to compete too much with PRZO. So yeah, this one is looking like the one. Getting on up there. We'll see if it can hold above the 120s. Continue to grind higher. There's a very small range here, breakout from 113 up here to the 119, about a 7-cent breakout. But I do think more people will come and kind of help it out here. We'll see. Now, I have traded Israeli stocks before. Sometimes they do get a little bit choppy, but they just grind. It's like, oh, it's over with, and then they just grind back up. It's like, I don't know. They get crazy. All right, LQR down there breaking on down, only up 12%. AUVI still not really receiving a whole lot of love. But PRZO getting on up there to that 220 or 120. POL just was not able to break that high. Now PRZO coming up almost to 20 million, catching up very quickly. If we look over here on the chart or the scans, about to capsize their volume, POL's volume here in just a minute. Looks like. But these other two kind of stagnant in the water. Let's see, chat 69 just sitting. GD says Street Smart Edge has LQR float at 3.1 million. Yeah, it's around 4 million. That's what I was looking at too. Around 4 million. But the catalyst on it was a lot weaker than the this aerospace and defense news. The catalyst on it, don't they do like furnishings and it's like decorations and stuff like that? That's the only reason I didn't like that one. But PRZO coming on back up here to the 120s again for another test. Will it start to go into any kind of halts and go crazy? Looking at the relative standard deviation, which is constantly being recalculated, it is 7 times the normal volume on PRZO. So definitely something happening here. ATR still low with only 13 cents of ATR in the ATR. And then the relative standard deviation, not super hot either. Not even one deviation out from the norm, but getting there, almost there. We'll continue to watch. All right, getting on through the 121s there just a little bit. Let's see if we can get some buyers over the 121s. We look over here on the tape. We can see 19s coming through. All we need is a big green 21 up here. Big, fast, green 21. Can we get it? 18s. Where them 19s at? $15s. So it's coming back and testing this previous breakout level of the 114s and not being able to just get shattered down there. So now can we get back up to the 20s? $15s up, some 14s. That's up. That tested all the way under the level, so I don't really know. Still a whole lot of green down here, and this candle is still long to the downside, a long ways away. Well, 13 cents. I mean, this is a cheaper stock, so I say a long way away, but not really. And now holding this previous breakout level of the 114, maybe. POL, not even trying anymore. PRZO back down here in almost the middle of the candle. May show a little bit of red, but we'll see. Can it hold above the 110s? POL getting a little bit more trading, but PRZO has overcome it with volume, popping back up there at the 112s. And like I said, these stocks get choppy. That's why I really don't like the chop. Let's go and look at the NQ and the SPY as well. So on the daily chart, pulling up the SPY, this area right here had me nervous up here looking at the SPY coming into what could be a double top. Would love to see it test up there in the NQ as well. But the NQ had already broke it and it's still holding around that 1705, 17,000 level. And popping back up green even after us a short fall down here at the a couple hours ago. Fall down and now popping back up to the midpoint of this, the body of this previous candle. Let's see. Daily chart. Yeah. So we'll see. We will see. LQR just not making any moves to come back up. Looking like it's going to break on down. AUV, same sentiment. PRZ still, oh, it's back over the level. Back over the level, going back up to the 120s. Looks like people read the news and now they're back in for the ride. Let's see if it can start breaking these 20s and break above the 125s. And now POL taking a dive down here. And I was thinking the line in the sand would be the $2 mark, which it is heading towards very quickly. Not even up 100% now. And PRZO taking the headwind here. LQR only up 4%. Big dive or on down there. I'm gonna take that one off. That one has no reason being here anymore. It is trash. Only up 4%. AUVI is probably going to be exiting the scene soon as well. There's another one I'm seeing, which is CAN, CAN. CAN. And let's see, anything else? What is CAN doing? CAN straight up into the air, popping up there on the scans. What is your news? No news on today, just going straight up. Okay. So we got a new 4-man, POL, which will probably be losing this position soon. PRZO starting to hold the 120s. CAN, new pop-up. Really don't know what kind of support there could be. Maybe a 250 support here, but with no news, I'm not too interested in that. And then AUVI continuing its downward moves. Oh boy. I hate these stocks, man. I wish these stocks was a little bit higher price. Give a little bit more range, man. Cause this, I mean, like, I guess it's just a learning thing though, just to be able to just learn from these moves and see where people's interest is. Cause it's just interesting to me, like how people think and what's relevant and all that stuff. It's like, it's like playing, it's not really chess. It's more like I don't know how to explain the thinking on it. It's like it's all a guess, but it's like an educated guess. It's like maybe this will go, maybe because some days it's something without catalyst that rips to the moon, and I'm like, am I stupid? Why did this just rip? Am I just do I not understand value? But sometimes the market rewards the deep analysis and all the thinking, and then sometimes it just pays stupid. It's like, you know what? I see them making those bad decisions. Let me give them some money. But yeah, coming up here to the 130s, the top up here is 135 there. Has not shown any pullbacks as of yet, up 82%, about to pass pole. If pole continues to drop, pole coming into the 89% now, about to crack down $2 there, only up 86% based on the scans, and we still see PRZO ramping up. A little bit of shove down. It kind of looks like PRZO is like a slow runner. It's like trying to open up but continues to find resistance at these tops. Okay, so let's see what kind of resistance that they could be hitting. Back here on the monthly chart, we can see that this what it actually almost touched was the top of the body of this candle here of the 135. We'll see if it can actually break that and start to try to hold that 135 level, 140 level. But currently, everybody's getting in around the 125. So we'll see if shorts are getting in or longs are getting in. Looking over here on the next 15-minute candle just opened, looking like it's holding high above the 125s, looking for what could be a breakout here. And the 135s is the spot that we're looking at for it to start to try to hold. 131, 132. Let me mush this down a little bit so y'all can see. So 135 breaking consolidation. There's 135s, 139s, nice little break there. Let's see if it starts to hold this, starts to open up with excitement, that FOMO coming in. Can we get those 140s, 145s, 150s? Start getting those shorts scared across this line up here of the one, or this zone up here of the 150s. It is now the top mover on the day. Pole dropped completely through that $2 level. And yeah, PRZO, can we hold that 135 level? Looking at the monthly chart again, we're right crossing the body of this, the last, pretty much the biggest sell-off, or other than this green candle, but as far as red candles where the month was controlled by shorts, this sell-off at the 135 was pretty big for it. So we'll see if it starts to hold that, just floating around that 135 level. Let's look at the tape. So looking at the tape, we see, can we see 136s up here? It's just holding the 30s for right now. We're not seeing 29s. Oh, there's some 28s, 29s. Just needs to hold each high. They're trying to push it down, but there's a lot of buying pressure on this previous. I mean, this is a big green candle to take out, though. To take out this whole thing from 131 down to $1, lose 30 cents. That's a pretty big drop. So we'll see if buyers continue. And again, I don't know where the VWAP is and all that stuff. I've just, use the support and resistance and just trade from each support and resistance. I don't know where the SMA is. I don't know where the EMA is. I don't know where RSI is, MACD. I don't know where none of that is. All I know is support and resistance. I don't even have volume bars down here anymore. I took those off. I was like, yeah, I don't need them. Like the ones that go across on the chart or whatnot. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. All right, so coming back up to the 135s again, trying to hold up there. Let's see on the tape. Can we get those 135s start rolling through? There's a couple. Can we see that pop straight through 136 going towards 140? 34s, just holding those 30s once again. And like I said, these Israeli stocks, this is how almost all of them have traded that I've tried to trade. And I get scared and I'm just like, and I sell and they go higher. So, but I can't say on the day following they get destroyed. Based on my statistics, I tried to trade a cybersecurity Israeli stock, a couple of cybersecurity ones, and they traded like this on the day that they were hot, and then the next day, boom, down 35%, 40%, whatever. So I want to see if that continues even in this December month, even in the closing of the year. Is that the same sentiment with these Israeli stocks? Let me read some of these chats. Donnell's got PRZO 600 share, $1.09, exit 121. Whew. Okay. Donnell's out here eating lunch. Donnell says, hello, thanks, Lori. Lori Lee says 1.30 is huge resistance. Yeah, it's looking like it. It's got to hold up. But like I said, I think it's just a work in progress. I think it's going to eventually hold it. It continues to find 30s, more buyers getting in at 30. If they hold, if market makers don't just come in and stomp it down, I think it has the potential to continue. About to close up the next 10-minute candle here. Closing, will it close in the 30s? 30s, 30s, 31s. Can we see 32s now? It's been a couple of minutes here. Let's see those 32s pop in. 31. Okay, there's 32s, 33s. Can we start getting some excitement? 33s. Yeah. Sometimes on these low flows, especially these cheaper ones, I just feel like an auctioneer where I'm just calling out different prices and seeing if it can hold, because they're so tight. A lot of people, they're like, man, I gotta wait till the price range tightens up. And I'm like, I mean, you could do that, or you could just buy a support or resistance where if you see a certain reaction, there's some kind of change in how people are feeling, you know. But with these cheaper ones, they're always tight. They're always like 3 cents. ATR on this one is what, 14 cents. And I don't think it's done. I think it can get back over that 30. 29s. Let's see a breakup back over 30. Can we see it? 125's heavy testing. I bet those shorts are like, man, we got this. Just hold, guys. And then it pops right back over 125. Up, up, up. A little bit of pullback. 120s gave up 10 cents of its ground there from those 130s. Can it pop back up? Will buyers be interested back over to 125? Or will they just, yep, giving up that full 10 cents? All right. Well, it had a nice move. Poll. Now down here off of the 170 somethings, but yeah, I don't know. Can still floating around the top as well. AUVI with this air purification, air quality, whatever solutions. Looking like it was kind of choppy during the pre-market. So yeah, these four. Oh wow, these four coming on down. Was not able to hold up that 135 that we thought was going to be holding. But I mean, that was a obvious level. If you think of if you took the trade lower into this level and was selling into the 135s, if it didn't go, you know, you made some pretty good cash right there. And now it's giving a pullback, and we'll see if it forms a higher high above whatever support was down here. Now mine, I was thinking the 90 cents would be the line in the sand. It just needs to hold above 90 cents. But we'll see what happens on this little drop down. If it actually wants to come all the way back down. On the 15-minute, we have a clear level of resistance between the 125. So I guess a zone between 125 and 135 that is being formed. And I will get rid of this because I don't trust that anymore. And this. And just look for it to test 107 down to like 90 cents is where it really needs to hold above. I can get rid of the rest of these, all these drawings. Okay. Polls still finding more and more resistance down there. Nobody really wants it over 2. AUVI, big pull down on that one. 23%. I'm really just not into. Just not doing it for me. Whew, Tesla, baby. Tesla. Whew. Tesla, just keep running. Just keep running, my friend. Just keep running. My dividend, when Tesla goes up, if you ever see Tesla going up, know that my dividend portfolio is just being blessed. Absolutely blessed. Oh, I love it. I have a I have a covered call ETF on Tesla. So when it's going up, it's just I don't know how to feel, man. I just feel happy on the inside, especially on trash days like this, where we see trash and trash and trash. I want to see Tesla back over 300 for real. That'd be perfect. The stock that I'm talking about is Tesla. That's in my dividend portfolio. This one right here. This one right here. Actually, I was on the right one. So Tesla right here came down, and I gathered in this zone, have been just buying little pieces. But if you check out the dividend, let's go to the dividend here. Dividend. Where do I check dividends? Nasdaq.com on Tesla. Look at this stupid dividend. Dividend there. Annual dividend. $7.24 per year. It's so good. And then it pays a monthly dividend. This isn't quarterly. This is monthly, baby. Let's get it. But you know, y'all ain't interested in dividends. Let me go back. Hold up. Let me go and somebody's at the front door. Okay. Okay. But anyway, back over here to uh y'all's comments. 3 looks like it had a break. Wait, let's jump up back over here. Not poll. PRZO. AUVI. Man, I can't wait till I can take a trade again. Oh well, it's been, you know, and the thing is, waiting for those whatever statistics, it's just like it saves me so much money, but it's kind of boring, you know. When I come over here to my TraderSync and I'm like, man, I could just trade, right? Last trade that I took was on December 12th. It's the 20th. This was the last time I saw my setup. And then before that, December 4th. Then before that, November 30th. So looking at the calendar is pretty dry because I just haven't seen the setup right there. So only 2 trades this month. But December is known as one of the worst, you know, times because people are trying to get their stuff right for taxes and people are doing all kind of shifting and maneuvering and loopholes and stuff like that. So I'm not mad at it. I'm okay with, you know, where I am on the month. One more trade could be great, but I'm just patient, right? Just out here bored at the market. So we'll see what happens. AUVI getting a little bit of more attention through here. POL I'm taking off. It is absolutely dumping. So not interested in that one at all. PRZO, there may be a little bit of potential left, but not a whole lot. We'll see. AUVI and PRZO are the last things running. Okay, I see something else. What is this? RDHL. What's your news? Red Hill and U.S. Army announce something with Redesivir show distinct synergistic effect against Ebola. Okay. More medical stuff. So RDHL with Ebola news. I'll throw that up there. Can did do a little bit of a breakout, up 25%. POL, PRZO. Okay. Well, we saw the open. We saw all of the whatever at the open. So I'm about to get on down to my meeting and see, you know, if I can go and make some money some other type of way. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Congratulations on Donnell on your trade. That's what we try to do. We want to identify where, you know, potential is in the market. No matter if it's, well, I say no matter where, but mostly in the small caps. But you know, if mid caps or large caps are on the scans, then I'll definitely call them out. But I just saw Tesla going up on the scans. I was like, beautiful, beautiful. Just keep going. Just keep going. Get back to 300. But yeah, that's it for me today. Again, I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I'll be back on Friday. If I see something, if I take a trade, I just haven't seen anything this week. Maybe something will pop up, but I'm not going to try to force anything. I want everything to line up exactly like I like it. But yeah, that is it for me today. Um, and as always, PRZO looking like it's showing a little bit of green back towards that 120. The ending watch list, PRZO, AUVI, and RDHL, maybe. That really wasn't a pre-market mover, but it's up 25%. And also CAN was one that I forgot. CAN. So those four: PRZO, AUVI, CAN, and RDHL. But yeah, that is it for me today. Y'all enjoy y'all's hump day. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.